Hello, hello everyone, and thank you. You joined this session. Thank you so much. I'm Andrei Kozikov, product specialist and product expert at Graphics Computers. And today we're gonna, with my colleague and our guest actually from Egypt, uh, Mohammed Harib. He will join us a little bit later. So um, yeah, he's joining right now. So Mohammed, he's a calligrapher. So, and I think you maybe even had a chance to meet him during this 2 days because at our booth we were doing this beautiful calligraphy. I mean, with your names. So it's good to try at least. I mean, if you didn't do this, so please join us after the session. So you will have a chance to get your name written by Wacom device and this beautiful calligraphy brush and all the Mohammed skills, because definitely the calligraphy requires some special approach, Arabic calligraphy specifically, because of this really complex settings for the brushes, and it's not easy to prepare this kind of things. And again, these skills still, it's something which is still impossible for generative AI, as far as at least we can say for at this moment. So, but today's session we're gonna start actually. So the calligraphy, you will see the implementation of the calligraphy to design. We're going to create an Adobe Express, which is all-in-one content creation tool, really easy to use and accessible to everyone. I'm going to start with this tool specifically, and after that we are going to discover a little bit of generative AI capabilities inside Adobe applications, across Adobe infrastructure, we can say, of applications and different services. And we going to start with Adobe Express. Please raise your hand if you don't mind. I mean, if you're familiar with Adobe Express, if you tried Adobe Express. Never? Yeah, it's going to be really interesting for you, I think. So Adobe Express, it's something like a web-based tool, and it has also a mobile application, all-in-one content creation tool. So basically, in Adobe Express, we can use, simple templates, simple elements, our graphics, or we can generate something, and we can create, for instance, some beautiful social media posts. Or for instance, we can even create something with the animation. As you can see here, I have this. We can save for maybe we have some special offer or something. We need to create quickly our advertisement, our campaign, and we need to make it also animated. So as you can see here, I have a timeline, so I can scroll and I can select all the elements, and I can see all the layers on the right-hand side. So it's pretty easy to control, pretty easy to create things here, apply animation. So for instance, in that case, I have this campaign, but it's a little bit boring. I mean, design is beautiful, but just to add just one element to make it more alive, we can just select this background. Actually, it's just an image. Maybe we generate it or just add it with the, yeah. It's all right. Thank you, Zaid. Absolutely. So it's better now? Yeah, okay. And here, for instance, I can easily animate elements. So I can just select the element, go to the animation section on the left-hand side, and apply, let's say, some spinning animation here. And of course, it's not only animation. I can also control the speed, the intensity, and direction, and even the style. So now I can, play this animation and see what's happening. For instance, for this element, I want to apply something like wiggle animation. So I have also some level of the control here, the speed, the intensity, really easy, and everything is done. So I can just maybe publish this advertisement right now, so I can download as PDF file. As in that case, of course, I don't need PDF or PNG image. I need MP4 file or GIF animation, and I can also send it directly to my Facebook or my Instagram or TikTok or wherever it is. Actually, I can connect all the platforms directly to Adobe Express, it's not a problem. So I have the publish or share, we call it, button here. So for instance, I can schedule my post. If I don't want to send it right now, I need to send it, let's say, the other week, or I mean tomorrow in the morning. So I can schedule it because I can connect with the LinkedIn and all other platforms and just put some scheduling, like maybe tomorrow I need to just select it in the calendar. So really easy. And the video is uploading right now, as you can see. And by the way, I'm using mobile connection right now, just actually because it's completely safe. I don't have to worry. I don't need kind of, really, we can say, wide channel for this. Or for instance, we can create some landing pages. Obviously not websites. Do not expect Adobe Express can create website for you with many pages. It's the purpose is completely different. So for instance, this landing page you can, let's say, create for some social project or for any kind of project, because it's like, for instance, in that case, we can see the Arabic typography here, and we have everything to, let's say, preview this landing page. So we can just click. Adobe Express has embedded web player with support for animation and all this stuff, and we can just scroll down and check what we have in this design. It's beautiful, and we have all this animations and all the stuff implemented. Or for instance, we can start with some beautiful infographics, and you can ask how yeah. Sorry, if you don't mind, because if we have a question, it's better to use the mic, if you don't mind. Yeah, thank you, thank you.
I have a question regarding the landing page.
Absolutely.
So once you download it or you extract the link, it will be under Adobe / the page, or it will be customized for your page?
Absolutely, it's under Adobe.
Okay.
So you cannot change the domain, but what you can do, you can actually get the embedded code, like for simple web things, web widgets, we can say, and use this embedded code on your website or whatever it is. I mean, maybe on some platform. So this is really simple way, actually. So Adobe, in that case, Adobe does not provide. So Adobe has different solutions for this part of the story. It's not part of the Express. Yeah, thank you for this question. So speaking about infographics, you can ask, of course, from where I can get this kind of templates, because it's not easy to create all of these things, all of these elements, right? So actually we have a big library of the templates, like thousands and thousands completely different templates for each and every type of the content. So I can just search in this panel on the left and just put any keywords, whatever I need to find. Definitely you will find templates for any purpose, any type of the content, starting from simple social media posts or flyers up to any animated videos or something much more complex. And let me jump to another thing. So for instance, these infographics, actually, it's really business oriented. And what I actually did, I did not build this in Adobe Express even, because it's actually PDF file. So I just I used this just simple drag and drop method, and started from the PDF file. Adobe Express can understand PDF files with, we can say, almost 100% precision. It's really good because now I can edit all the elements, I can change this text, I can translate using this functionality, built-in functionality, and everything. For instance, in that case, also, I need to highlight the integration with the InDesign, of course. It's also really, really important. For instance, in that case, I have this beautiful multi-page document. It's actually, we created this document in InDesign. And again, Adobe Express can just easily take your InDesign file. You just need to drag and drop it to Adobe Express, to your web browser page, and convert it to Adobe Express project. The same situation, so all the elements useful here, so you can change them. For instance, right now I can use power of generative AI because, as you can see, this is like flat image. There is no layers here, but I need to remove this chair, let's say. So I can do this easily because if I click on this image, I have remove object feature here, powered by Firefly, the generative AI technology. So I can just change the brush size, select this chair here and remove it immediately. So the generative AI will done this job for me, or I can type a prompt and replace it with any other object. I'm going to show also the presentations for you. So for instance, in that case, this presentation converted from PowerPoint. And we can change after that inside Adobe Express. And the beauty is also we can, let's say, use Adobe Express to present, to deliver our presentation, right? So I can just click present here, and this is the only one thing I need. So I don't have to, let's say, export it to PDF or back to PowerPoint. So I can change, I can add some videos and add some animations. And as you can see, I can deliver it, I mean, I can show it directly from my screen, like in PowerPoint, exactly the same concept. And for instance, this infographic, multi-page infographics for educational project in that case. So everything you can see here actually done in Adobe Express directly. All the elements, all typography, because we have library of assets in the media panel here on the left side, so we can find some photos, we can find some videos if we need in our project. And like I already showed, we can add some simple animation. So for instance, in that case, as you can see, it's really easy. And these clouds in the foreground, it's actually just an image of clouds, I mean, of some fog, we can say, and just with the transparency, because in Adobe Express, you can just click on the image, go to this adjust settings, change the contrast, brightness, saturation, whatever it is. And also you have opacity settings. You can decide if you need to make it more, transparent, or change the mode, multiplier screen. Really simple. Again, Adobe Express never overwhelm you with so many settings, so many things. But the integration with Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and Acrobat, the PDF files, is there. So you can, any moment if you have something more complex, like you need to use your Illustrator file with all the layers and all the stuff inside, you can do this easily. Again, speaking about the generative AI, so how many of you are already using generative AI in your daily work? Absolutely, all of us, I think, all of us, we started to use it. So for instance, in that case, sometimes we just need some quick tool to generate some image for the beginning of our project. In that case, just let me check the prompt for this particular image. So I can just click and check the generative settings here. It's just Indian silver bill, really simple. But the composition settings, if you can see, we have two options here. We can upload our style, and I actually decided to leave it empty, and the composition. And it's following this composition like almost, with, we can say, 19% precision also. It's really good. And also I have content type, I have different styles. In that case, I just applied some layered paper, and the result is beautiful. And for instance, if I want to extend it a little bit, also Express has really, really helpful things included. So what I can do, I can just duplicate this page, or just close this panel on the left side, go to this main menu for resize, change the size, the vertical size. In that case, maybe I need something like 400, and duplicate and resize. All the time we have this duplicate feature if we want to keep the first version of our design the same, just in case. And also Express will give you the history for all your files. So for instance, I can just go back to my previous creations, like for instance this brochure we converted from InDesign actually. By the way, the retouching, yeah, it was not removing this chair, it's just replaced this chair. So I need to just, explain what exactly I need to do with this. Okay, so it's good. But anyways, so I wanted to show you in the file menu, if you check, you have the history, version history. And this version history remains with you for a long time, like months, not just 1 month, actually 2 or 3 months. The version history for each and every file is in the cloud, which is absolutely the best feature, because sometimes after 1 month, your colleagues from marketing department or from sales, they can ask you like, look, it was a nice project, nice file, but actually the version we used like 1 month back or 2 months back was much better, so we need to come back to this version. Where is it? It's in the cloud. You just need to open this file. The file is the same. Show version history, and all of your versions for this file will be represented here in the version history. It just again takes time to to load this information from the cloud sometimes because of the internet connection. Like I mentioned, I am using mobile right now. Yeah, maybe it will take a few seconds. You will see the history, and you can come back to any version you created before. All right, so let me show you a couple of more features. Like for instance, also this is the educational project, and in that case, we wanna bring some a little bit more live to make it more engaging. I decided to actually convert Nelson Mandela just to short video because I want him a little bit moving, just to show this gesture and to make it again a little bit more engaging. So actually in that case, I have a generative AI for video as well in Adobe Express. It's already included, so I have generative video features. But I'm going to show you a little bit more, we can say, advanced workflow here. Let me jump to another service called Adobe Firefly. Firefly.adobe.com. I'm sure many of you already started to use or maybe tried the service. It's part of Creative Cloud, part of Adobe Express. If you have subscription for Adobe Express or Creative Cloud or many other Adobe products, you will get the access to generative AI services of Adobe automatically with certain level of the access. Of course, they have the free access to try and also some paid accesses, coming with some different subscriptions. And in that case, we have boards. The boards, it's completely new technology by Adobe. They just started with this solution a couple of months back, actually, just maybe 4 months back. And this is like the workflow, the mood boarding workflow for any ideation or concepting process. So it's better to show some of the things here. So for instance, if I open this furniture project, you will get this idea what I'm talking about. So this particular project, it has so many different reference files inside, and I can just drag and drop these reference files from my disk. It will take a few seconds, of course, to load this, which is okay. We just need to wait. And the thing is, I can add this element to my mood board. Sorry about the internet connection, I think. Okay, let me jump to another one. So for instance, you will get the idea. So for instance, to explore some ideas, I can open another mood board. And as you can see, I have some calligraphy, some patterns here. I can just drag and drop elements, move them around, create some concepts. Like for instance, I did this for our advertisement campaign before our event. So actually I can add text here. I can add some images, make them transparent. I can move them around. It's just some images, different pieces of the content from Illustrator, Photoshop, from your disk, from the web, any type of the content. It has support also for Arabic, like Adobe Express does. But you can ask why I'm using this if I can do all of this in Express. Because I can go much far in terms of ideation here. Because sometimes I need to explore some concepts or use generative AI for video or use generative AI for images in one place, in one space, one workspace, we can say. And that's what I'm doing here. So let me show you a couple of examples. I'm scrolling directly to this section. When I was exploring, let's say, this idea, we're going to use this idea today, right after I finish with this generative AI. So for instance, in that case, to generate some beautiful different versions of the traditional musical instrument, Arabic traditional musical instrument. So I explored different models here. So for instance, I can load what I was able to generate with the prompt with the Firefly image model or with Firefly image model Ultra, which is the most advanced Adobe's model. See the detailization here. and also we can load the prompt any moment just to check the settings and the prompt and everything. And I like this image. But what I also can generate here, the video. Let me show you one idea regarding, you know, this video generative AI. It's on the side here. As you can see, it's actually unlimited board. So I can scroll to the right, to the bottom. You know, I have all the space around to allocate hundreds of files, maybe even thousands. I never tried 1,000 images, but actually it works really fast. So I can just drag and drop files here. For instance, I have this reference image here. And as you can see here, I use advanced technology, advanced prompting actually, but it's actually very easy. You can use Google Gemini or ChatGPT to prepare your short phrase or short explanation of the prompt and convert it to JSON file specifically for Google View. Because for instance, Google View 3 is available through Firefly boards. So what I can do, I'm just using this prompt. I can just, you know, copy this prompt. And again, just to save our time, I'm going to show you the result. So I'm loading the settings for the video generative AI I used here. So I just put this JSON file with the explanation of different scenes. In my case, it's just really short video with only one scene. But I can place, you know, maybe 5 scenes if I have something like really dynamic video with different characters. And I can use my reference image. It's really easy. Again, in the video generative AI section here in my settings, I can click on the reference with the picker, and this is my reference, so I can use this as an image reference. My recommendation here also, you can notice, for instance, I can take this image without background because it's actually image with the alpha channel. As a designers, we understand what does it mean, right? So, but sometimes, you know, we just need to create some white space around. I mean, it's really easy because we have some simple elements here, shapes. So I can create this white shape, put it in the background, and that's it. That's what I did. So, which means I can take this, you know, reference from this particular artboard with the white space, use it as an image reference. Also, the beauty of this technology, with the picker, with this eyedropper, we can say, you can analyze any image you have here. Just click, and it can describe this image for you. So which means it can recognize what you can see in this image and create a prompt based on this image. Just you can change something in this prompt and continue with this, you know. That's how you can extract, you know, this things. All right, in my case, let me come back to the previous generative AI settings, the reference, and that's what I was able to get with the Veo 3. So we have this video with the audio, and I asked also generative AI to generate some audio of clapping audience or something. Now I can just download this video or send it directly to Adobe Express. Let me go back to my creations here, and this is the page I have here. Let me duplicate it quickly. Just one click. I'm going to this page, and I'm going to just put this video here. So this video I have as the MP4 file, and I can just drag and drop it here, remove background immediately. The video is here in Adobe Express, so I can just remove the background. It's going to take 1 second. You can see this feature because the video is loading right now. It should take a couple of seconds. So I already have this result here. So let me just play. I mean, simple things, but that's how you can use this technology. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic if you need to create something quickly. So let me start with the project we're going to showcase today and connect it with the Arabic typography quickly. So I'm going to start with the templates. So let me jump back to Adobe Express main page. That's how we can start with our new content. I'm going to the templates, and I'm looking for some music event, poster, or maybe design music event. This is more than enough to search for the content I'm looking for. There are, you know, variety of different, absolutely different templates, but I like this template in particular. I can click on this customize button, which means I can take this template and reuse it for my purposes. of course, all the content here I can't change. So I can remove the things I don't need. I can duplicate these elements. Let's say I want to actually realign it to a little bit different. So I want to position it like and be aligned to the left. I want to scale it, put it here, and I want to create duplicate with the option key. I can just easily duplicate, or I have, you know, all the shortcuts and all the additional, you know, capabilities here for all my, you know, different interactions. And I can realign this part, and for instance I can also make it like aligned to the actually right, and that's how it works. So I'm not going to, you know, to show all this process, of course, to you. So yeah, you have a question? It's okay. Yeah, do not hesitate to stop me if you have any questions. No connection, no sound? It's not coming? Maybe something wrong with the mic? No, I think it's okay. So, okay, let me, I will show you the result of this process, because, you know, all the process, we don't need to see all the process, of course, but some of the important part of the process. So for instance, I've got this image of the beautiful, Zay, can I ask you, please, how to pronounce oud? Yeah, because for me, it's I read this a little bit different, oud, but yeah, the right pronunciation is oud. Again, here I can remove the background because I took this image. It's not generated in that case. I took this from Adobe stock, but we can also generate this kind of images. And I've got this result when I remove the background. After that, I changed the template a little bit, removed some unnecessary elements, let's say this thing, and I wanted also to make this element a little bit bigger because I have this template completely ready for my purposes. All the elements separate, all the things kind of editable. And for instance, this text I want to translate, right? So I have the translation components already included with Adobe Express. So in that case, just to translate to Arabic in a proper way, my recommendation will be go to Addons, Adobe Express, giving you actually a huge amount of different models from third-party developers, we can say, from Adobe also. And you can find some translators here, lots of them, by the way. So for instance, if I search, I have a different translator. I love this Cube translator. It's really nice add-on for Express, and I can translate to Arabic. So selected text, I can translate to Arabic in one click. So we will get this text here. Sometimes it's giving you also this explanation. This is okay, I can just easily remove. As you can see, it's really, really, really easy to do. And in my case also, I want to change the style here. The beauty is, if I want to copy the style from the other text, I can do this immediately because I have a copy style feature here. So I can just copy this style and apply this style to another element here. I'm not sure if it will work. This particular font will work now for Arabic font. Most likely not. That's why I cannot apply it. But I already have it in my brands library, so I added this before. So I have this brand library here on the site. Actually, the variety of fonts available, it's almost unlimited. We have around 25,000 of fonts available with Adobe Express because all the fonts, they are in Adobe Fonts library. If you have a license for Adobe Express, most of the fonts will be accessible for you. So Arabic fonts, we have like at least a few hundreds of them available. And let me show you this library. So I already created this library. It's something called brand in Adobe Express. And the Adobe Express brand, it's the same concept like Creative Cloud libraries, actually. It's the same type of the library across Adobe applications for the integration. And what I can do in this library, I can add my typography, my colors, my elements, and I can just drag and drop them to my composition. As you can see, I have some elements to assemble something like this already in my library. And for instance, here I want to use this font, and I can apply it with the color, right? Really easy. Same situation here. So for instance, from my brand library, I want to use a little bit different style for this font. And again, if I need to change the color, it's really easy. I have everything here in place. So just let me reselect this text. The color is here. I can just use my color picker and take this color, let's say, from the instrument, from the photo here, right? So that's how I can prepare this content. I can do much more, but the thing is, of course, we want to involve also the beautiful Arabic calligraphy to be kind of intertwined with this photograph, with this image, just to convert this simple, we can say really simple design concept. It's nice, but it's still very simple. But we need to create something connected with the traditional calligraphy, of course. And this moment, I want to actually hand over to Mohammed Harib. And Mohammed, please, let's disconnect my machine, connect yours machine. And Mohammed is going to showcase how we can use the workflow involving Adobe Photoshop and Wacom devices. Yeah, Mohammed, just give me a second. And from Adobe Express, we can export, of course, to different formats. We can export our elements as separate with the alpha channels, layer by layer, or we can export it to PDF file. But in that case, we never work in Photoshop with the we can say flattened, files like we use in that case, because all this design, it's flattened now with the text, with the typography, just to, for demonstration purposes, because we want to show you in Photoshop how to use calligraphic brush and implement the calligraphy with all this, texture. Also, you can notice that in the brush itself, the Photoshop brush in that case, has the texture implemented. So, and Wacom device, of course, helps a lot. I mean, it is a game changer. If you need to draw, if you need to, create any digital graphics, any digital painting, Wacom device like Moving or Cintiq or Intuos Pro can completely change your workflow because of the, first of all, the support for the pen sensitivity, the pressure sensitivity, So it has like thousands and thousands of levels of the pressure sensitivity. And it's really, really easy to control just with the slight pressure, if you're just increasing this pressure to the surface of the screen. And of course, once we finish this session, you will have a chance to check the device if you want. I mean, please be our guest. We have also all of these devices available on our booth, Graphist and Adobe booth. So please welcome. We definitely inviting you to come, and maybe we can continue our discussion, and you can check these devices as well. So as you can see, the beauty is, in Photoshop, of course, we can use different layers to create this, we can say, intertwine effect, like depth effect in the composition, like some layers. And after that, actually, this creation, because we work in Photoshop file with all the layers, we can easily save it to the cloud, or we can use just our disk. And again, we can import this PSD file, the Photoshop file, Photoshop composition, to Adobe Express easily. It's just a few seconds. So this is the beauty of this combination, Wacom device plus power of Photoshop. But to get Photoshop, to be able to use Photoshop, you need definitely Creative Cloud subscription. If you don't have it, and maybe it's not your I mean, design and art, it's not your main, we can say, role, and you just want to explore Wacom devices with some other applications. Adobe has also something called Adobe Fresco, which means actually fresh or new if we translate it from Italian. And the thing is, this application is completely free. It's available for free for everyone, for students, for designers, for actually anyone who has the free Adobe ID, like Adobe Express, by the way. And with Fresco, you can get, of course, you cannot get the power of Photoshop, but you can get a lot of features, layers also, brushes, vector-based brushes, raster-based brushes, so you can get similar experience and support for Wacom is there. So you can use on a really, really good level for your creations. All right, that's what we can get. So it's absolutely fantastic, I think, and it's completely changed the design, definitely. So the feeling is absolutely different. And so thank you so much, Mohammed. Thank you so shukran. So it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, and let me come back for a second to, because I think we still have a couple of more minutes. I just want to demonstrate you the next step with the generative AI. How many of you familiar with the Nana Banana model? It's viral now. It's everywhere, right? So, and the news is Adobe also implemented this model directly with Adobe Tools. Across Adobe Tools, you have the access not only to Nana Banana, but also Flux, also other Google models, also some new models coming. And the beauty is, even inside Adobe Express, I have the access to these features. If I generate some media, generate some image, let's say just square image I want to generate, and in the panel on the left-hand side, I have the variety of different models available, even in Adobe Express. So the Gemini 2.5 Flash image, it's already there. So I can use it. OpenAI also, Flux, all the models available. But again, I prefer to use on certain level. With the free version, of course, on certain level. So for instance, yeah, we've got the question. Yeah, thank you. Good question, but of course, most of them included with the paid subscription. So how it works, I will explain. So Adobe Express has some paid subscription, and some of the models available with this paid subscription. For instance, Nana Banana right now is coming for free because it's still in the preview, in the preview version or something. But I'm not sure it will be like that after they finish this period. So maybe it's going to be part of the paid subscription only. And the thing is, you can actually buy this additional Firefly add-on. Yeah.
From Adobe?
Yeah, from Adobe website directly, or from from your partner reseller if you're organizing. I mean, it's not working. Subscription for Express or for Creative Cloud?
No, Creative.
Creative Cloud, it's included with your Creative Cloud. Creative Cloud, yeah, because Creative Cloud, it's not like Adobe Express for content creators only, I mean, or students or teachers. Creative Cloud is for professionals. So recently Adobe added all the models to Creative Cloud. They converted Creative Cloud for teams or individual version to something called Pro. Maybe you noticed that. Now your Creative Cloud, it's not regular Creative Cloud anymore. They converted to Pro. They call it Pro. And with the Pro, you've got the access to all these generative AI models, even Flux. So you can generate, even with the Firefly, Adobe's, the latest Adobe models, Firefly Ultra, you can generate really, high realistic images and all of this stuff. So let me jump for a second to the, just back to the Firefly boards, just to demonstrate you the, I think, one last piece of the content for today's discussion. So for instance, in our case, if we want to generate something like for product placement, Or in that case, I'm going to show you really interesting example. So for instance, I generated this image of this beautiful lady, and she's wearing a abaya, of course, so everything in the prompt, highly realistic full body portrait of elegant young Arab woman, etc., right? So, but the thing is, I have my design specifically created for our event, also calligraphy design, right? Arabic calligraphy. And I want to implement it to the dress, to abaya, right? So I just want to make the texturing like this. So I did it with the Flux or Nana Banana. I can do this here in directly in Firefly boards. Just give me a second. I'm just loading the settings for this particular image. And this is what's happening here. So let me just zoom. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Again, I'm just, yeah. So as the main reference image, of course, we use the first photo we generated here, right? So I use it as the image reference. And as the second image reference, let me start over again. Yeah, like this. And as the second image, I want to use this artboard with the logo. And if I ask Nana Banana, the Gemini 2-point flash, or actually you can get similar results with the Flux models also included here. I would recommend, of course, use Flux Context Max. This is really powerful model. It can do lots of things similar to Nana Banana. And that's what I was able to actually get. See how I specifically I want to move this design here closer just to show you that the calligraphy is the same, almost the same. You can see that there is no much of things change actually. So the implementation is absolutely amazing. It's fantastic. So and the beauty again of this Adobe solution that in this Firefly board with your Creative Cloud subscription or your Firefly additional subscription like standalone subscription, you can get this access to kind of variety of different models. So you can create complete workflow based on it. And just last interesting moment here. So for instance, I able to do some product placement using these models easily. This is our logo, Graphist logo. So I just ask the model to allocate this logo and use it on the surface of this bottle. Just one click. Or vertically I can do. Or for instance, if I ask to do this right now for this logo, will it work? Let's check. So it's really easy. Just one click again. I just need to click on this image, click edit, go to the let's say Nana Banana. So which means I already have this image as a reference. Then I need to select the second reference like this, and I just need to instruct model what exactly I have to do. So I need to add the logo, or in that case calligraphy, right? So the art to the bottle. Simple. It's better to explain more, but just to make it fast. Actually, I did it before, so I have this already generated, and this is the result. Yeah, the quality may be not perfect right now, but it's just the question of the time and some improvements of the for the models. All right, so that being said, I think we ready to maybe to address some questions if you have them. Please go ahead and ask. Maybe you can share your thoughts about Express, Firefly, generative AI models, your experience. So let me just go back to Adobe Express slide.
Sorry, I can ask. ينفع أسأل عربي ويتم ترجم؟ Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, this easily.
Thank you. So I think it's turned on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, please.
السؤال عن
Oh, I cannot hear you, I think.
number 2. Channel 2.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I can listen. Are you have?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. السؤال عن فايرفلاي صح كده ان هو ما اتضح لي ايش بالضبط. اوكي انا اعرف انه هو ذكاء صناعي توليدي، بس كانه انا شفت كانه بيستخدم هنا كلي اوت، جنرال لي اوت، او اكثر من صفحه، فاحتاج افهم اكثر.
Sure, thank you for this question. I've got the question. So actually Firefly, it's the family of different generative AI models. I'm going to show you quickly. If you go to this firefly.adobe.com, the Firefly, it's complete, we can say, set of different models and different applications, web-based applications, and some of the features available inside desktop tools like Photoshop and Illustrator. And we have, for Firefly, we have different models. For instance, image. Can you hear me? Yeah. So I just told that Firefly is the family of generative AI models. All of them available through the web. We can use just web browser. Just go to the firefly.adobe.com and you will get the access to image generative AI to generate images. As you can see, we have text to image. We have generative fill if we need to change something in our photograph, in our image. But we have also much more. We have video generative AI, so like text to video directly here. I don't have a chance to demonstrate it right now, so I would recommend to join us at the booth, and I can show you this, in details if you need, because it will take time. It's not easy because even technology to translate audio and video we have. Yeah. That's how I've got it. The mood board. About the mood board. Oh, this is the new solution. It's part of Firefly also. It's part of Firefly. Yeah, and
I'm asking about this.
yeah, so it's available. It's available actually for free now, even without any subscription. You can try. You can work with this technology. So definitely you can just start here in Firefly also.
Yeah.
Just go to the Firefly website. Here you can see boards.
Yes. Board.
So just click and create new board. That's it. And you have plenty of examples here. So for instance, future projects, brand design, and you can remix the file, and you can get the idea about how to work with this solution, with this platform, we can say. So this is how it works.
Okay. This is for collect my project here only. But later I can continue with anyone from this. Yes.
Absolutely, you can share it. That's what I actually do all the time with my boards. So we have this share feature here. So I can immediately invite my colleagues for editing. Let's say I'm just typing the email of my colleague, and I want this colleague to join me, as a co-editor for this project, to create and ideate with me. But also I can, just to show this also, it's important. If I want to share with my customers, stakeholders, some viewers, commenters, just for review, I can give them only this, restricted access. So they can put all the comments. Immediately I will see this comment in my board. It's amazing, absolutely. It's game changer for the ideation process.
After this, how we can from like board number 6, okay? How we can continue on Express or another?
So I can even directly send it to Express. Let's check. So if I let's say I have this export feature here. So open in Adobe Express, open in Photoshop. So I can open one board. I mean, it's like in Illustrator. You have different artboards. The concept of artboards. So I can select one or two artboards, open them in Photoshop or in Express, whatever. I mean, this is maybe they will add something else. Again, it's just the beginning. Maybe we will get some conversion to Illustrator or maybe After Effects. I don't know. Seriously, we need to wait. Just maybe.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
It's
Illustrator, InDesign.
Integration with Illustrator only in one direction. If I can reuse my Illustrator file, I can import directly to boards, but not back to Illustrator. Back to Illustrator, I cannot export right now. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your interest. And yeah, shukran once again. And I hope to see you at our booth. So we will continue, you know, our discussions. Please join us and we will continue this. Yeah, thank you so much.